On October 13th, 2022, a court of competent jurisdiction sitting in Abuja discharged and acquitted the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A court of competent jurisdiction discharged and acquitted the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, I want to ask a very simple question. Does it mean that that court sitting in Abuja lacked jurisdiction? Does it mean the court that discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu is not competent? Then we can say the judiciary in Nigeria is not competent. We can say that we have failed judiciary in Nigeria. Fast forward to 2026, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, 2025, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment. So can we say that the court that discharged Nnamdi Kanu in 2022 lacked jurisdiction or lacked competence? Why did the Nigerian government, why did the state refuse to leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even after the law court discharged him and cleared him from all charges? They said he never jumped bail, that the military went to his house to kill him. He narrowly escaped death. The military killed a lot of people in that home and destroyed his property. They shot everywhere. He narrowly escaped death. People, so many people were killed in his compound. In Afaruku, Ibeku, in Abia State. Fast forward to 2025, he was sentenced to life imprisonment. Why did the state refuse to release him? Why did Nigerian government refuse to leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even after he was discharged by a competent court? Now, and somehow, some people still believe that the Igbos are not treated unfairly. Some people still believe that the Igbos are not treated unfairly. Some people still see it as a hate. Now, the conditions that were given to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for his release, I want to read them one after the other and show you where you have blunder. I want to show you where you have blunder in this article. Because the people who wrote this article, whoever that compiled this article for you is a daft. Whoever that compiled this article is a daft. The person is a dummy. When Nnamdi Kanu says this, you get angry. You said he's insulting, he's doing this, he's doing that. But this is the truth. This is the fact about it. Now, look at it. The president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, addressed Biafra as a sovereign state. He addressed Biafra as a sovereign state. Since Biafra is a sovereign state and you recognize Biafra as a sovereign state, this is 2026, why do you want to destroy a sovereign state? Why do you want to destroy a sovereign nation? A sovereign state means that the state has the right to have its army, it has the right to control its resources, it has the right to develop its place, it has the right to do whatever that is necessary for the growth and development of its people without external interference. So don't you think you are interfering into the affairs of the Igbos, into the affairs of Biafra? Because it's a sovereign state, and you have confirmed it that it's a sovereign state. Biafra was long sovereign before the coming of the Europeans, before the coming of the British, before the coming of the Portuguese, before the coming of the European colonizers. Biafra was long sovereign. Biafra was sovereign again in 1967 to 1970. Biafra was already again sovereign. Biafra became a sovereign state again. And today in 2026, you are also affirming it. So why do you want to destroy a sovereign state? Why do you want to interfere in the affairs of a sovereign state? And the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is the leader of this sovereign state. Now, this is what he has to say. Formal renunciation of violence and agitation for secession. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must depose to an affidavit formally and publicly renouncing any pursuit of the sovereign state, get it, sovereign state of Biafra through secessionist means. So he acknowledged Biafra as a sovereign state. Let me continue. He must commit to the indivisibility of a federal republic of Nigeria as enshrined in the 1999 constitution as amended. Now, okay, he said the era of Biafra or death must end and the era of Nigeria for all must begin. Now, sometimes I feel very stupid because for somebody defending an artificial creation created by a white man, Frederick Lugard, that means you don't have sense. You're a fool. Because I can't see myself. I just can't imagine it. A creation, artificial creation, that means I don't have sense. If people can do things for me, if people can produce for me to only consume, if people can invent things for me to only consume, if people can write my textbooks for me to only memorize, I can't think out something to do, I can't invent something, I can't create something, I can't come up with something, then I'm a fool. Do you think that Ghana is stupid to change their colonial name, write their constitution with their own hands? But Nigeria is busy defending an artificial creation made by a white man. And you tell me you're reasonable? You tell me you're sensible? No, I don't fall in that category. And I feel very stupid when I see that. Why will I continue to defend an artificial creation? A creation made by a white man. Something created by a white man that is not favoring me. It is in no way enhancing my growth. It is in no way helping me. Why will I keep defending it? Do you see the reason why an Igbo man is different? And do you see the reason why you find the people envious of them? This is the problem you have with an Igbo man. Because they are intelligent, they are smart. And you just can't deal with that. You can't beat that. That is the problem you have. An Igbo man sees it as an insult, defending an artificial creation by a white man. That is why you put Nnamdi Kanu behind bars. That is why you're not happy. That is why you don't want anybody to talk. It's an artificial creation. And I feel like a fool defending it. I have the wisdom. I have the brain. I should be able to invent mine. America was created by Americans. Columbus named it America. Why didn't you as a black man go there to name that America and put them inside that place? They named their own countries. Why must a white man come to Africa and name countries for us? Discover our places. Tell us that he discovered it. And we should keep it like that. We should queue to it. It's not done. Now, formal renunciation of violence. Nnamdi Kanu has no trace of violence. He has no gun. He wasn't captured with gun. He was only captured with microphone and his toothbrush and pen. That was all. So there was no evidence of violence. So this is death on arrival. All these wrong media narratives and all that, all these lies and so, we will no longer take it in this century. This is the era of awakening. We will no longer accept all this junk. We will no longer accept it. We will not accept it. So there is no evidence of violence attached to Nnamdi Kanu. There is no evidence of violence attached to Nnamdi Kanu. He must renounce any pursuit of sovereign Biafra state, okay? He must commit to the indivisibility of Federal Republic of Nigeria as enshrined in 1999. Indivisibility of a creation of a white man. That is what you're defending. That's it. It can no longer work again. So this is where I will stop for this one. This is the first point. I am coming with the second. Just stay tuned.